tell me about Tennessee Tuesday?
I don't know where to start, really.
Tennessee Tuesday was born in Ohio County, Kentucky. His birth was unusual since no hospital records exist and no one has ever claimed to be his mother or father. He was found among a wild pack of baby donkeys. His teenage years are sketchy, like most of his life, but most historians agree that he was kidnapped by missionaries and released earlier than most teenagers. One thing is certain, women loved him, especially prostitutes. He always woke up at 4 a.m. and again at 4 p.m. No one is quite sure what went on in between.
He only ate macaroons and squirrel tails. Never together.
He had a vest made out of midget hair.
Midget hair, you say?
I remember when he wrestled the grass. Who does that?
He was a lot better than his brother, Tennessee Monday.
He invented bookmarks even. Before that, people just read the same pages over again.
One time he ate day-old bread.
Oh, and he gunned down a mosquito. That was cold.
He built the first cardboard box.
He never met a tree he wouldn't hump.
His sister married a rooster. They later divorced. Irreconcilable differences.
Guess he was a cock.
Perhaps no one will ever really know the man. Perhaps the only clue to his soul is the one poem he left behind, Nipple Green. There was a party at my farm yumming up the sow. He couldn't talk like no one else, and he dressed up like a clown. What a gooey substance there'd be scared to ever look, for the cop inside a Cookie Crisp was sure to catch the crook. Nokey pokey silly head, I never knew your name, and I'm sorry no one ever saw the banana of your fame. Jump inside my acorn glee, there's no one else around, so I'll let you see my nipple green, and you can brag to everyone in town. Stunning, for sure.
He always fell asleep on the toilet. That's one thing.
Some people called him Tennessee Stud Muffin. Not me.
He wrote 3 words in the King James Bible. I don't know which 3 though.
He kept crumpled up saltine crackers in his underwear.
Why? I wonder if he ever put them in his soup.
He had a huge sack.
He could carry 2 bowling balls in it.
Tennessee Tuesday himself was a Japanese samurai of sorts, and actually apologized to those 7 Japanese soldiers he beat to death with bamboo sticks.
He always fell asleep on the toilet. How do you fall asleep on the toilet?
He never met a tree he wouldn't pee on. I don't know if he ever peed on a Christmas tree.
But of course, Tennessee Tuesday was a whiz with weed eaters.
Once, I sketched him from memory.
You know, he's just a legend around here.
Tennessee Tuesday was a dear friend of my great-grandfather, Cock Parker IV. Oh, man. The stories my grandfather and my great-grandfather would tell me. Hell, he was actually the first man on the moon. I never believed that. My grandfather swore to it. Geez, the guy practically built the town water tower. And he taught the women how to make oatmeal. He taught them how to douche. He also taught the women how to parallel park their horse. He is the hero of the town, though. He even blew up the water tower that he built to save the midget village, or millage, if you will. The whole damn community was on fire, and he blew the legs off the tower, flooding the whole place. And he didn't even lose 1 midget. Not 1.
Yet after he saved that midget village, he disappeared off a lot of folks' radar. Being the town hero was a lot to live up to, and that just wasn't Tennessee Tuesday's style. It was time to move on and see the rest of the world. There was too much to do and too little time in old Tennessee Tuesday's world. Tennessee Tuesday died at Broken Point in this very spot. Many people believe that he was just trying to catch a fish with his mouth, a technique he had tried to master his whole life, and wound up drowning. Although there are several stories about Tennessee Tuesday, not much can be said about what the man actually accomplished. Was he a writer, a wrestler, a manhole? No one can say for certain.
He is a legend.
The legend of Tennessee Tuesday is a heartfelt one. His legend lives long in people's hearts and minds, and really they never met the man. Most of the people you've seen here were born long after he had succumbed to that damned fish in the lake. But people think of him often. They think of all those crazy things that he did, all those prostitutes he slept with, and all that venereal disease he dealt with on an hourly basis. Well, kids, that's the story of Tennessee Tuesday, and I dare you to refute it.
So, what can we learn from the life of Tennessee Tuesday? Alright. Some people called him Tennessee Stud Muffin. Some people. Not me.
I remember when he wrestled the grass.
He kept crumpled up saltine crackers in his underwear. Why?
I don't know if I can do this with a straight face.
I remember when he built the first cardboard box. He did that while he was eating day-old bread and wrestling grass. He had a vest made of midget hair.
It was a... God, where's my line?
How do you find that many midgets to make a vest?
Yep. What was I going to say? He built it... Oh, God.
I heard he had a huge sack, and that the boys down at the shop downtown said that sometimes he'd pack his lunch to work in it.
Nice. I forgot to take his sinus treatment. That was too funny.
It's a one-horse town. I'll be singing that all day. It's a one-horse town.
Taught the women how to make oatmeal. Taught them how to douche. He also taught the women how to...
Sorry. So, tell me about Tennessee Tuesday.
He was a lot better than his brother, Tennessee Monday.
That's hilarious.